at simplifying some complex fractions. Number 7. We have a subtraction problem in the numerator, an addition problem in the denominator. Okay, so we have to take care of both of those things first before we can do the division. So we have x minus 3x over 2 minus x over 4. We don't have common denominators, so we multiply the first fraction by the denominator of the second, and we multiply the second one by the denominator of the first, minus 2. And when we do that, we get 4x over 4 times 3x minus 2 minus 3x squared minus 2x over 4 times 3x minus 2. And we can simplify that. That would be 4x minus 3x squared minus a negative 2x, so that's plus 2x, right? The opposite, over 4 times 3x minus 2. Then we have a couple like terms we can combine, and we'll be done with the numerator. So we'll have negative 3x squared plus 6x over 4 times 3x minus 2. And I can already see that there's something I can factor out of the numerator, so I'm going to factor that numerator before I do anything else. I can take out a 3 and an x, so that would leave me with a negative 2x, negative 1x, sorry. Multiplication is hard. So negative 3 comes out of there, and I'm left with a negative x plus 2. Alright, my laptop froze, so I had to restart it. And now I don't have a pen. Okay, we're back. So I factored out that 3x, and there is my numerator with everything factored out. Now let's factor the denominator. I'm going to do that one over here. Let me do the denominator, I'll do that one in red. Okay, so in the denominator, this one's a little easier, a little quicker to factor, or a little quicker to do the addition, or a lot easier. So in the first denominator, we have an x squared. That's an x times an x. And in the second denominator, we just have x. So we need to multiply that by x so that it will also be x squared. So we have 2x plus 4 over x squared. And that's our denominator. So that one's a lot faster. Alright, so now we have to do the division aspect of this problem. 3x times negative x plus 2 over 4 times 3x minus 2. That's being multiplied by the reciprocal of this. Okay, so we have to flip the numerator and denominator. We'll have x squared in the numerator and 2x plus 4 in the denominator. And all my factoring was in vain. I don't have anything that can combine really here. I don't have anything that can cancel out or divide out. So I have a 3 in the numerator here, don't have a 3 in the denominator. I have a 3 right here, but it's not the whole term, so I can't just factor out that 3. What else do I have? Ooh, I might be able to factor this one. Okay. So I have a negative x plus 2. What if I were to factor a 2 out of that denominator? I would have 3x negative x plus 2. That's not going to be right either. 4, 3x minus 2, times x squared over 2, factor out of 2 here, times x plus 2. X plus 2 is not the same as negative x plus 2, so I still can't do anything with that. But it's fully factored, so I'll go ahead and write my final answer, 3x cubed times negative x plus 2 over 4 times 2 is 8 times 3x minus 2 times x plus 2. Alright, let's see if we can squeeze number 8 into this video also. Again, numerator and denominator, they kind of give us two problems within this one division problem. So my numerator, it's an addition problem. I'm adding some rational expressions. So to do that, I need a common denominator. Well, that first one, x minus 2, its denominator is x minus 2, and the other fraction, its denominator is just 2. They're not the same, and they're not. There's no factor of x minus 2 that I can multiply by 2, or multiply to get 2, so I have to multiply by 2. So basically, the first fraction has a factor that the second one doesn't. We have to multiply by that factor, and vice versa. Okay, so the x minus 2 didn't have the factor of 2, so we gave that to it. We multiply by 2 over 2. The 2 doesn't have the x minus 2 factor, so we multiply that one by x minus 2. And the result is 2 times 6 is 12, over 2 times x minus 2, plus x minus 2 squared. So x squared minus 4x plus 4 over 2 times x minus 2. Alright, let's do an aside over here about multiplying this out. Okay. So if I want to multiply that out, I have to do x times x, that's x squared. And then I have to do x times negative 2, it's negative 2x. Then I have to do this x times this negative 2, and then this negative 2 also times negative 2, which is plus 4. And so that simplifies to x squared minus 4x plus 4. And so that's what goes right there. Alright, then we add straight across the top and keep our denominator the same. And when we do that, we'll get x squared minus 4x, and then 12 plus 4 is 16. That's over 2 times x minus 2. Real quick, let's ask ourselves if we can factor that numerator. So are there any factors of 16 that add up to negative 4? Let's see, 16. Things that add up to 4. Negative 4. Negative 4 and negative 4, that's negative 8. That was our best shot. We could do negative 16 and negative 1, but that's even further away, so we can't do it. We can't factor that. This is our numerator. We're sticking to that. Now let's do the denominator. Again, the denominator here is a little bit faster, or a lot of it faster. 2x over 9 plus 2/3. Okay. Let's factor that denominator. That would be 3 times 3, right? Plus 2 over 3. Okay, so you can see this first denominator has 2 3's. This one only has 1. We have to fix that. So we multiply by 3 over 3. And you're like, duh, Mr. Hines, I knew that. Okay, so then we have 2x plus 2 times 3, that's 6 over 9. Or, I'm going to factor the numerator, 2 times x plus 3 over 9. Now we're ready to do our division problem. But we don't like that division problem, so we're going to turn it into a multiplication problem. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So x squared minus 4x plus 16 over 2 times x minus 2 times, so instead of dividing by this what we simplified for that, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, 9 over 2 times x plus 3. And when we do that, let's see, is there anything that will cancel out or divide out? No. 9 divided by 4, that's just 9 divided by 4. So we're left with 9 times x squared minus 4x plus 16 over 2 times 2 is 4 times x minus 2 times x plus 3. We'll call that good for this video. One more video, we'll see if we can do both of the super long ones in that video.